Hello, welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. The last episode, we fought a battle over here in, well, essentially Kentucky, like the very far western part of Kentucky here, trying to chase the Union forces out entirely, which we did. We have occupied, what is that? Uh, Lexington and Louisville, Kentucky. And that's about it, really. We did actually complete the draft, which was pretty nice. And for some reason, we failed to get into an actual engagement here with this little army of the Mississippi, which is kind of weird. I wanted to fight that battle. I kind of like the small scale battles sometimes. They can be fun. But other than that, we are working on improving the economy and just trying to make sure that we have enough money to get through this winter at least, so that we can keep on arming our troops with the various rifles that we're working on and keep the budget going. So for now, let's continue, shall we? The Federals are converging here on western Kentucky. I'm a little bit tempted to march the Missouri State Guard over here to help with all of that. Part of my problem is that I am lacking another army, which I could actually, I could actually go in here and I can create a new army. We could recruit them in Mississippi, where we have 15,000 draftees. Replace them with an infantry guy. McCrae, Walker, Clark. I'm kind of out of really good commanders. Oh, there's AP Hill. Well, that will work. He will be in charge of that army. We're going to add a new group, and another new group, and another. This one here, he's an engineer. That's actually perfectly fine. We're going to give him 4 artillery pieces, 4 artillery battalions. We're going to give this guy here, Ransom, give him 3 infantry brigades. We're going to give Field, replace him with an infantryman. Benning, that'll do. We'll give him 3, oops, didn't mean to do that, but we can just slide him over. No problem. And these are not well armed at all. The artillery is going to be pretty good, but these are not well armed. This is not a well armed army, essentially. But I have about 3 weeks essentially before it's ready anyway. And in that time, I may end up with some weapons, either by building them or importing them, or by maybe even capturing them. Who knows? But I just need another maneuver force over here because I'm getting kind of ground down a little bit. If I had something over here to just hold, just kind of hold Louisville for me, that would be good. In fact, we're going to add one more infantry brigade. There you go, and there you go. D's, Zachariah D's. Zachariah D's nuts. Okay. And that's actually going to cost me some money to recruit all that, so that I might take another credit hit, but we'll see. So even if I lose Louisville by doing this, I have to march down here. Army Tennessee. I got to march down here to meet all like this gigantic force that is in the area. And I'm going to go down here to Nashville And I can use this road right here to go in between, depending on what the enemy's up to. Okay, something happened. Office rehabilitated. John Clark has been rehabilitated. Don't remember who that is. Boy, my army is moving a little bit slow. Walton, who was wounded, is back. The Army of Mississippi is going to be big, 25,000 essentially. We need to give him some cavalry as well. So let's go ahead and add a new Alabama cavalry. There you go. Even though I'm still not convinced that cavalry are going to do much for me. We'll give him some Richmond carbines. Still not convinced about cavalry in this game, but doesn't hurt just to have one set of cavalry in an army. Okay, what do we got here? 12-pounder Napoleons has been finished. We want some more of those, actually, even though it's going to cost us precious, precious money. Because we're not making anything else, really. We've got another 175 days on James rifles. Here's some Napoleons. So we'll order 128 pieces. That's enough for about 10 battalions, which have 12 guns each, or 14. So if it's 14, that's about 9 battalions worth. Our army sure is marching slow. All right, how are we looking here? Florida State Militia. I really want to get over here and attack this Army of Mississippi, please. Oh, I think I see snow in the air. Issued bonds again. Yep, it is December. So is there just no message about... Hang on, let's mark all of this as red. And check our economy report. We got a mediocre rating now. Our economy is decreasing. Although pretty much everything went up except for like the wealth of the population. But I think that's because we issued bonds. I think that's it. It looks like the enemy is on the move there, Army of the West. They're marching into Arkansas. So we're to go meet them, I think. Send that over, and then Missouri State Guard's going to take their place down here. And then let's check our projects. Assignable. We can start making Parrott rifles. We can make Confederate guns, legacy rifles, medium range carbines. That actually might be kind of cool, but at the same time, we're not using cavalry all that much right now. Armored gunboats, organization reform, that's the core. Supply reform would be kind of cool. Training manuals would be cool. That would use up 1.5 out of 2.5 million that we have. Rebuilt ironclads. You know what? Let's go with the ironclads. That might give us the a way to kind of break through everything that's going on out there. Trade deals. You know what? Let's go for trade deals as well because we need money. Market reform. Let's go for that because again we want money. And again, so that's two levels of trade deals. So we get 10% more from trade deals. So we spent up a lot of our subsidies there, but hopefully it'll help improve our economy as a whole. Snowy roads, slow movement. Okay, yeah, so looks like we'll be fighting right through the winter season here. All right, let's. Oh, we've constructed some ships here, but we're gonna fight this. Let's do this now. Yeah, we want to get this army out of here. We also want to lay siege to this fort and secure it. It's crazy how fast they took this fort down. They must have done like an auto resolve or something, or like an assault on it. And typically we sit back and kind of bombard them, but try to, lessen our lessen the casualties that we take. But maybe they just don't care that much about casualties. I guess when you're the Federals here, you don't care as much about your casualties because you've got like an endless supply of troops essentially. Especially if they start drafting, it's going to get really nasty. Okay, so the enemy army is green, but I'm sure we're very green. Oh, we got some broken troops here. Why? Why? This is not great. How bad are they? Stable, stable. Okay, by the time we march there, we'll probably be okay. So let's go to single line and hit play. We have a lot of forest fighting here. And then Pierce, his division, kind of unstable. You can see him flashing. That's not a good sign. I wonder what the deal with that is. Well, if I linger around long enough, maybe the maybe it'll recover the morale some. Our baseline morale is only 37. Don't like that. But we should be able to flank in from the left side here and hit them pretty hard. They only have 2 guns, and they got 6. Yeah, so we'll come in from the left side first, I think. All right, look at that. Yeah, the infantry is recovering. So let's go ahead and nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to do that. And then maybe we can shoot up the road a little bit with this artillery. I don't think so, but we can give it a try. Where are you going? Okay. As long as you're getting off the road and not just marching straight at them. Surely you can see something, right? No? Okay, well, we will have to rely on the infantry. I was hoping we could soften them up a little bit with the artillery. I don't know, this looks like it should be able to hit something. It is on fire at will. Alright, check our stable. So, Waitman's brigade's going to make the initial push here. Because everyone else, he's confident. Everyone else is just stable. Fortunately, that's all my good weapons are all stable. The only confident one I have is my reboard muskets. All right, let's reposition a little bit here. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna put our artillery behind it because we don't want them just all by themselves. Let's hit play. Look at that. They're gonna force us to march around to the side again. Nope. We're gonna go this way. Then artillery can move up here, I suppose. I don't know. It's fighting in a forest. It's just not good artillery terrain. We've taken the objective at least. Kinda, kind of a weird battle so far. Uh-oh. Uh, retreats. And get in there. Oh, so that's what they were doing. They were just recapturing the thing. All right. Well, in that case, we'll turn back around here. Give our troops a second. Oops. Hang on. Push up. Waitman, I want to get him in there because he's confident, but he's also tired. So let's just do that. Parson is exhausted. Yeah, I double timed it through the woods, which isn't great. This artillery should be smoking them with some canister shot here. Give them the old grape shot. Really, you can't fire at anything? There it is. There's some. You can see the grape shot ammunition going down. Well, this is a nasty fight. We're about even on casualties. We're up to eager now in some of our brigades. So that is a good sign. They just needed overnight to kind of get their courage back. Man, this guy is taking a lot of artillery fire and just standing there and taking it. Got to remember that this army is still very green. It hasn't really been in any battles like this. It's done some siege work in the past, but this isn't what this army is usually meant to do. We're going to creep up this 12-pounder Napoleon battery. They're right on their flank like this, and hopefully get some nasty shots in with the grape shot canister. Oh, they laid down. Well, that is one way to try to survive artillery. In that case, I know it's very difficult to get these guns around in the forest, but Parson is he's like kind of bordering on the unstable there. Don't know why. Let's get a commander over here to kind of rally him a little bit there. There they go. We're not chasing. We'll take this. We'll take it as a win. Chase them out of Arkansas, and then we can maybe start working on that fort and consolidate our position there. Because we got bigger battles to come with the Missouri State Guard and Army of Tennessee. We lost 3 of our 42 guns. We had a nice casualty rate there. 407 versus 2,077. Not too shabby. Battle of Arkansas River. Confederate major victory. Don't mind if I do. Enemy's national morale is dropping. Major General Chase, that's the Army commander. So that's pretty good. And hopefully these subsidies that we did, those projects, they'll hopefully bolster our economy this winter, essentially. Lieutenant Colonel Minty has lost face. Captured 1,200 rifles and 5 guns. Not too bad. Alrighty. We still have this problem here, this Army of Southwest Missouri. We're pretty much just racing to get out in front of them. That's one of the... Oh, that's one of our infantry brigade commanders, I think. Alright, just having a little look around here. Now we're going to cross over. And we're going to lay siege. And what do they got here? Southwest Missouri, Army of the West. Boy, they've got so many armies over here. It's kind of crazy. How are we looking on weaponry? Not fantastic. Reboard muskets. We're still 2 months away from finishing that contract out. I don't think we're not gonna do it again. The Richmond rifles and the Fayettevilles, they're just going to take forever to get here. We have 9,000 Lorenz to distribute. So we're going to give... Well, I can't actually select that army. But we can do this. We can go... it's Florida. Here they are. Wait more, we're going to give you... Lorenz rifles. And then we can pass on what we've got here. So we just select Hill, and we hit Upgrade. And that means we got some good artillery, but not much else going on. A couple of brigades with Lorenz rifles, and that's it. So we are up to 12,000 troops with this army. They just don't have weaponry for the most part. What we can do is maybe march them up here to Nashville or maybe Knoxville. The enemy has pulled back pretty far. Maybe they'll just come up here and just hang out and hold Nashville for now. Union passes Confiscation Act, so they're confiscating slaves, I believe. Okay, well, there you go. Enjoy. Oh, we're up to 20% British intervention now because they passed that Tariff Act. Okay. 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 All right. Then we're gonna be in a battle here. It's we just won one, so let's save in case we have another crash. But this should be a good battle. Army of Tennessee versus Army of the West. These guys are probably pretty green, I think. I don't think I've ever fought Army of the West. So let's do it. Do it to it. Yes, it's a pretty fun game. I wish the economy wasn't quite as like gray or like opaque as it is, because it really you really feel like you're just not getting anything done with the economy when you make changes. I think I want a game like this with like a solid economy system. That'd be pretty cool. I'm trying to think of something to compare it to, other than like Total War or something. I liked Total War. I liked Napoleon Total War. I played a little bit of that, and I especially liked Empire Total War. And I went back the other night and I downloaded Napoleon Total War just to give it a try because I'd only played it for a few hours in the past. I bought it and on like on sale or something, and didn't really play it. But I couldn't get it to run on my computer. I think it's a little bit too old, perhaps. Then I went back and I tried to run Empire, and Empire's even older. Napoleon Total War came after Empire did. I couldn't really get it to start. Like I couldn't get the game to start up for me. So um, that's that. I'm not gonna stress out too much over it. But weirdly enough, I can get Medieval 2 or Medieval. Yeah, I think it's like a Medieval 2 Total War to work if that works. So I know they're different engines, but I just wanted to have some like musket based gameplay essentially, and I couldn't get it to work. My computer is getting pretty old here. I downloaded MechWarrior 5. I own it. I'm a big MechWarrior and BattleTech fan. I've been playing BattleTech since like the 90s, and I owned most of the MechWarrior games. And I started up. I started like a whole new game, whole new campaign or whatever it is. But as I was like starting up a mission, you get your mechs, you're moving around stuff, and my screen like went blank. Like my screen went black for like a second and a half or something. But which wouldn't like normally freak me out very much, graphic stuff. But also my other monitor also went black at the same time. So I'm worried about my GPU like overheating, or why is he so fast? Worried about my GPU overheating or something else going wrong, and I don't want to push my computer too far because I have no way at all to replace a computer. Like if something were to happen to this computer, then I would just be gone. Like there's nothing I could do. I could try to fall back on like my old computer, but it's even worse. I'm not sure if you can. It's been sitting around ever since I got this one. I got this one like at the beginning of COVID, so like 6 years ago, and it's so the other one's just been sitting around for 6 years. All right. Well, we see what we have to do here. They're set up to defend all of this right here, like a frontal push. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna go up this road here and across, and come down from the other objective. There's some nice open ground, some swamp and stuff. And if we could set up a battle line in this forest and shoot across that open ground, it would be mighty sweet. All right, Pemberton, your artillery needs to go over here, please. That's just, it's just the story of my life there, that all kinds of stuff is breaking on me and I got no way to fix any of it. I really need to hit that Powerball. I'll get myself a Powerball ticket every week or so. Or every week or 2 weeks I'll get one Powerball ticket, just enough to give me an excuse that when I'm in the shower I can close my eyes and fantasize about what it'd be like to have money. Okay, well, actually I don't want to put my artillery up that close, just in case they form a line there. Hindman's division, we will deploy them for battle, just in case. Little will be right behind them. And then we've got overall commander. We got our cavalry. We got Johnson. Who will be right there. Yep, that's what they do. I think as the defender, they get to see how you position, and then they get to position. Maybe, I don't know. So let's hit play. And what we're going to do is same plan. Same plan, essentially. We're going to drift to the right here. We're going to drift to the right. And then Johnson will go forward to kind of, oops, that was an artillery. Johnson, his division will walk forward a little bit just to kind of give the enemy something to focus on. And then the artillery, we need to get over here somehow, or don't know how I'm going to do it, but there's an awful lot of forest here. Oh, hang on. Lawton, he belongs to Hindman. So we're just going to immediately form up. I don't know what the hell just happened, but it wasn't great. Oh, this was the guy that was disgraced, but he rehabilitated. Good job, buddy. Nicely done, I think. Then little, we need to start marching down that way. Pemberton, like so. And then I had cavalry out here somewhere. Yes, I did. Let's go and get them out here in the open a little bit. All right, well, for the enemy pushing up like that so suddenly, we held out pretty well. Wasn't prepared for that. But we're looking pretty good. It's going to be a hot minute or two before my artillery are anywhere near ready. They're winded. There's that Tennessee State Militia. We'll move them up a little bit so they can engage those skirmishers. It's especially nice if I can hit them and they can't hit me back. Give these men a minute to rest here. Yeah, okay, never mind. That detachment isn't going to take much damage. They're skirmishing in a forest. I'm just wasting ammunition. All right, how's my claws looking good? All right, we're pretty good here. All right, Hindman. It's going to roll up on the flank here, like this. So let them get moving, and then Little is going to move like so, avoiding the swamp. And then the artillery, still winded and tiring, so I'm going to let them have a little bit of a break. All right, now that the enemy's turning, we can move Johnston in. Or Johnson. It's not Johnston. Johnston's with Missouri National State Guard or whatever it is. Rested. Okay. This move's going to tucker them out a little bit, I think. don't know what happened there. I think it was a failed charge or something, but it didn't turn out too good for them. It is a fence right there, or it's a stone wall, actually. Let's get up on the stone wall. Okay, they retreated. We'll take it. The main goal here is, I mean, we weren't ever really going to exterminate this army because it's still new. The morale is pretty good in that army. It looked like, and it looked like it's a fresh army. So we weren't ever going to like get rid of it or anything. But we just need to kick it out of Arkansas. Hey, Zolokoffer is getting more famous. He's the commander of the whole army there. Alrighty. Lieutenant Colonel Copeland loses face. So they lost 431 killed. We lost 115 killed. We captured 860. We seem to be capturing a lot of enemies. Oh, it looks like our rating improved. We're back up to BBB minus again. So that's kind of cool. Don't mind if we do. And then we've got Army Mississippi going up to Nashville there. And we probably captured some guns. So what we're going to do is we're going to go look at all these guys and hit upgrade. So, yeah, just one set of muskets, but it's better than mixed muskets, I suppose. Check our projects. Don't expect anything particularly good here. Did I go with ironclads? Let's take a look. Rebuilt ironclads. Okay, well, in that case, let's spend a little bit of this money we just earned for our credit rating. And go to the military, go to fleets. We want to go to our New Orleans squadron. This one here is under construction. I don't know why those are red. I wonder if they're being like blockaded or something. This one here is, I don't know, can I actually, well, I'm not sure why it's red, but we're going to construct a new ship. And we're looking for casemate ironclad ram. Is that the thing? That might be it. It only has 10 guns. But we'll build 4 of those, I guess. They're kind of slow, but they have iron armor. It's going to take them a million years to get built. Oh, so that was okay, so that was the explanation. That, that New Orleans squadron, that's my riverboat squadron. It's the one up by St. Louis or Cairo, whatever. So these things are not river capable. Very cool. So the Biloxi Bay squadron's getting pretty big. It might be able to go out soon and like attack a fort or something. I don't even know. We'll see. But we are 51 minutes in, so we'll have to hold off for now on that. Still got 7.9 million in the bank right now. Okay. Policies. How are we doing on policies? Yeah, we're gonna have 6 out of 9. So there is a limit on how many policies you can have going at once. You can do subsidies to or finances to increase the number of policies that you have going, but you can only have like so many main policies. So you can have like one, two, that's one we're working on, three, four, five, and then six. And then you get like these little side jobs, I think. I don't think they count towards your policies, like your number of policies. Like you get all um, these acts essentially, or whatever that are like attached to the main policy. All right, that's going to be it. Let's save the game. And the next time around, which will probably be in a couple days for me, because I tend to skip a couple days in between, because I don't want to get too far ahead. Next time around, we'll have to see what happens down here as far as where this army ends up running away to. If they run deeper into Arkansas, that's going to be a problem because we have to chase them. But having this brand new Army of Mississippi go up here to Nashville to look after that, it's going to free up the Missouri State Guard to go up here and maybe attack Cairo or something like that. We'll see. I also need to resolve this siege down here somehow. Taking 214 casualties so far. And their fort is still looking very strong. So we'll close that. Anyway. Yep, anyhow. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me if you're still here. And I appreciate you even if you're not still here. So, what do you think of them apples? I'll see you next time.